sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Washington football team and the Arizona Cardinals. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Collins made the tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the swing. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the twist. Shoot. 58 is the mic. 58.
Murray now to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 32-yard line.
32-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On 1st down, Drake. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 2nd and 13, Murray. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
From the gun, Murray escaping the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Montez Sweat able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
It's 3rd.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
56.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Steps away to his left. He can run for it and hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
That's the reason we go for circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. 25 yards for the touchdown. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you had periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Murray. Incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
56 the mark, boy. Check 56. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. White 56. 56.
Shotgun now for Murray. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Taken in at the 22. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Now's the time. Don't give them nothing.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sheldon Rankins, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll drop to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Legs 50, legs 50. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Ball carried by
this will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
3-yard pickup.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
A 28-yard gain.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
By number 4.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much since.
And it's 3rd down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Chandler Jones, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On play action, they'll throw. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the illegal forward pass also costs them a down, and now it's 2nd and long. And here's a handoff out of the gun. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Washington.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Quincy Wilson that time, was able to make the play defensively.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play fake. Murray. And he finds Cook. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Intercepted by Washington.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Off. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
The pass.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
1st down, Washington.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Taken down by Chandler.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
At the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. He'll try and run for it, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7.
At the 7-yard line.
And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Murray. He's going to sling this deep downfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chase Young in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Murray. He sets to fire deep. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
The pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
The point after.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Washington.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
The Washington ball.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout. Their 2nd. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. staying on the ground. It's Love. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play,